Hello and welcome back to another reaction. In this occasion, My Hero Academia, episode 6 of the third season. Last time we saw, of course, the moment in which Tokoyami couldn't control Dark Shadow. It looked like it was eating him alive. And it's a very impressive image because now it's not a villain that lost control. It was a hero, or in this case, a hero to be. Which of course gets the situation a lot more intense or a lot more dramatic. Why? Because now you need to fight against your own classmates for you to succeed or for you to survive even in this situation. And of course, we saw how Aizawa just allowed every single student to fight in the last episode, of course, and this opens the gate for something even completely different, because now we will see the students growing again thanks to critical situations, thanks to an attack of a villain, something that will of course make them grow, but is extremely, and I mean extremely dangerous, because these guys are not like the ones who attack the school. These guys really are powerful. And not only that, they don't have the luxury of having a lot of professional heroes to backing them up, because now the distance is way too much. So yeah, I really want to see how they develop this predicament, because now we have a hero or a hero to be, and the villains that are dangerous for everybody, especially in this case because Dark Shadow already hurt one of his companions. So yeah, I think I spoke enough of this, and let's just cut this and watch the episode, shall we? That looks incredibly amazing. Dangerous, but amazing. Oh! Oh! So yeah, it was his hand. Oh, okay, it was one of his arms. Yes, oh, thank you. Okay, that looks... Oh. Oh, yes. Oh, that's when he lost control? Holy, just how dangerous Dark Shadow is. Oh. Okay, now he's just creepy and I hate him. Yeah, he didn't kill anybody. Okay, that's good. Okay. You need to control yourself, Bakugo. What? What? What the hell is that? What? Oh! Yes! Now you kinda get freaking Dark Shadow. Yes! Again, we need to find a solution for both of them. Oh boy. Oh, again, that's why Midori is brilliant. Yes, Midori, you're brilliant. That is an intimidating sight. That guy is still... Okay, that guy is creepy as hell. Holy... That is powerful as hell! Holy... He's destroying that... Holy... dangerous as hell. Okay, they could eliminate everything. His face! His face, I love it. You just pick it like if he's not there. Yeah, I love it. He is not going to. Actually, that was the ideal spot because they were beaten now. Yes, you're talking about him like he's not there. I love it. That's a freaking dream team right there. If Midoriya was in is 100%, holy. Don't ignore me. Yeah. Oh, she knows a lot more information. No. Yes, an incredible disadvantage. Why? Holy! Yes, move! Yes, I love. Oh! Holy! Okay, yeah, she's just creepy. Holy! Holy, she's creepy! Yes, I knew she was a lot more dangerous! Oh, yes! Yes, of course! Yes, Chaco, you're brilliant! Oh! Yes, she's brilliant! Again, she's just creepy. What? What? Okay, this is... This is even creepier when she said so. Yes, exactly. Holy, that is creepy. Holy, this is just... What the hell is wrong with her? This girl is... Holy... Oh, that was... Yes! Do something to check her, come on! What? 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 Wait, what is this? Yes! Holy! I wasn't expecting that much! Holy! Collected. What? Okay, There are a lot of things here. Okay. It's just... Okay. Holy... Yes, but you're too scary. I know. I understand. Holy... Oh, crap. No, this is getting intense. Holy... Okay, yeah, it's personality. Oh! Holy! Weld! Holy! No, you're not fine! Yes, he has been captured. What? Yes, do it, man! Just obey! I'm sorry, but this is... So he can attach stuff to other stuff, okay. Yes, he's just too pumped up. What? Oh, nice! Yes, please do! Oh, the blood from the brick! What? Come on! Show me! Ugh. And I love how just chipper she is with that. Yes, exactly. What? What the hell is wrong here? Yes! Oh, this is great. Oh, again with the cliffhangers. Sometimes I hate this show for that, but I love it at the same time. So yeah, it was a lot of fun and intense in its own way. We saw a little bit of different portions of the episode. We saw, of course, different heroes and how they react. And I think the one who beat Ragdoll was the Nomu. The freaking... I don't know how to call it, really. But that Nomu, because he has one of the headphones, the yellow one. So yeah, I hope she's not dead. I really, really hope so. Yeah, I was mistaken before. The hand didn't belong to this girl. It belonged to Shoji, if I'm not mistaken. And he can grow it back. So yeah, it's a lot less dramatic. But still, now we see a lot more. But yeah, I'm gonna watch this again and be back with my comments. See you in a bit. Okay, I'm back. I just watched the episode a second time, and yeah, I love the way this episode shared the action now. It wasn't not just Midoriya. In this case, Midoriya wasn't as active as before, and of course with a good reason. But anyway, let's go little by little and in order. Of course, we pick up when the last episode left, in which, of course, we saw Dark Shadow out of control. And yes, this put a conflict in here, an extra conflict, because yes, they have to beat Dark Shadow and Tokoyami in order to pass. Of course, that was the solution I thought about. No, instead, what the solution of Shoji thought was he was going to distract Dark Shadow and this immense figure and this immense power, and of course Midoriya is going to run away and try to save Baku. But I love that Tokoyami just not lose control of Dark Shadow just because. But the reason is a lot deeper. Yes, he was in control in the dark. He wasn't completely out of in this crazy state. But actually, it was because Shoji was hurt. He was killed by the freaking Voldo character. Yes, I know he has a name, and I know they said it in this episode, but he's Voldo for me. I cannot take away that image in my mind that he is Voldo. Anyway, as I was saying, yes, that makes him angry, of course, and I guess the stronger the emotions, the more powerful a Dark Shadow is. Of course, this is a problem because Tokoyami is not trained enough for him being able to control him at his peak, at his maximum power. So yeah, that's why the lose of control. And he's desperately, because we saw that in his face, he's desperately trying to control Dark Shadow again. But of course, this is not happening. The amount of power the Dark Shadow is showing is immense and is incredible. So yeah, for a teenager, a 15-year-old teenager, it's pretty hard to control such mental state of a second creature, especially a creature with such immense strength and power. So yes, that is now our first problem. Then of course we saw our second problem, in this case Bakugo and Todoroki. These two are fighting this Voldo character, and it's pretty hard for them because he has an advantage. And I know the joke has been, I don't know if it's an old joke, but he has the higher ground. So yes, he has better visibility, and his quirk allows him to have a better control of the environment because he can move faster, and he doesn't need to even move. His quirk does all the job, and they only have the possibility of defending themselves. Because yes, if Bakugo ignites his explosion, or a big explosion in this moment, he could probably burn the entire forest. And even with the solution that Todoroki will be able to freeze, thanks to the explosions, his vision will be compromised, so he will be able to withstand every single fire that ignites in that moment. So yeah, that predicament is, well, what have them in the defense position. Hopefully, or thankfully, I better said, Midoriya came up with a solution for both of their problems. They're going to guide Dark Shadow and these incredible thirst of action and blood, and I don't know what to call it really, with this anger. They are going to guide him towards Todoroki and Bakugo so they can rescue both. And yes, I love this portion, and I said it a million times before. Midoriya is my favorite character in this series because yes, he is not just determined. He is not just this goofball that has an incredible quirk but doesn't think ahead. He's not just brute force. He's intelligent, very, very intelligent. And he come up with a plan to help them both, because if they guide Dark Shadow to these other two students, Todoroki and Bakugo, he was going to be able to hold the enemy. Because yes, in the moment the freaking explosion, but not explosion, this damage to the forest, we saw this huge amount of power, and I love the way he is protecting both himself and Shoji. You make noises in other places, louder noises, thanks to Shoji's quirk. And that is what Dark Shadow is going to attack. Meanwhile, they are running away, and they are not attacked directly, which is brilliant. And yes, once he arrived, the other freaking villain was nothing. And I love, he just was knocked down, not even the main target. He was just a pebble in the road. And after that, he made himself a target because he was angry. He wanted to destroy the students, all of himself. He doesn't want anybody else to destroy the students or to kill the students, but only himself. He made himself a target, and of course Dark Shadow dealt with him in seconds. He was nothing. He just grabs him and destroyed the freaking thieves while he had him in his claws. It was unbelievably violent, but amazingly satisfying because yes, that Voldo character was annoying and was creepy as hell. I just threw him away and knocked him down in seconds. It was unbelievable. And that is when Todoroki and Bakugo took action, because the plan was, of course, to ignite the fire and to ignite the explosion so they can weaken Dark Shadow. That was the original plan. The defeating of the villain was a consequence, not premeditated, but of course a good consequence in this case. But again, Bakugo shows us again that he's incredibly intelligent and incredibly observant. That, wait a minute, we don't need to weaken now Dark Shadow because he's dealing with the villain. And once the dealing was done for, they ignite the fire and the explosions, and Dark Shadow was controlled. Later on, we saw this regret in Tokoyami's face and Tokoyami's speech. That, of course, I need better control. It's incredible that I lose control and almost kill you guys. But I love Shoji's attitude. Okay, we have to do something else. We can deal with this later on, as you said. And yes, I love this moment of cooperation. And I love Deku's plan, because he's planning with the information he has. He doesn't know, of course, that the two villains, the magnet guy and the lizard guy, are done for two, or at least been defeated so far. He's trying to plan, okay, we cannot go that way because we're going to be at the mercy of the villains, because he's still thinking that they are, well, but we need to cut directly to reduce the amount of distance and the amount of time it would take us to go to the camp. He's thinking ahead. He's, of course, saying, of course, what if we find a villain? We can use Todoroki's eyes, or we can use Shoji's ears and different eyes, so we can know beforehand they are coming. So yes, and as I said in the reaction, this is kind of like a dream team. Because yes, Tokoyami is incredibly powerful. Todoroki, of course, he's powerful. Bakugo is powerful. Shoji has shown a lot of resistance, and the only one who was missing his power is Midoriya, because yes, he was hurt by the battle against this muscular villain. But yes, if he was alright, he was in good condition, we will have seen a complete dream team. Because yes, as I said in previous videos, these three, Todoroki, Bakugo, and Deku, are the most powerful in the class 1A. And I think a close fourth, it could be Ida or Tokoyami, because yes, Dark Shadow is immensely powerful. And when he gained control in the future of Dark Shadow, that is going to be spectacular. So yes, the plan is to protect Bakugo. But I love how everybody is planning without even thinking of asking Bakugo what his opinion is. It's just, they are just ignoring. They are talking about Bakugo as if he wasn't there. And I love Bakugo's face in that moment. That just confused face. Just, what is going on? I love it. And I love, again, these little comedic moments in the middle of the action. Then, of course, we saw them advance, and later on we discovered one of the creepiest characters. Before that, we just saw her in the shadows, in the background, not doing much. But of course, now we saw Toga in action, attacking Suyu-chan and Uraraka. And I still don't know what her quirk is. She is obsessed with blood, from what I saw in this episode, because yes, she tried to cut both of them, and she's obsessed with blood. So my guess, the blood has to do with her quirk. What exactly is that? I don't know. If paralyzed people, just like Stain's blood or Quirk, sorry, it gets more power to her. I'm not sure. I really have no idea what her quirk is. We haven't seen her quirk. And that makes her even more dangerous because, yes, she is incredibly agile and she knows what she's doing without even using her quirk. Yeah, this little moment of fighting in which Suyu tried to throw away, well, she threw away Uraraka and then tried to run away. But uh, again, Toga is very skillful, very quick, and the way she talks, the way she behaves like it's not a dead life or death situation. Like she is not attacking her. She's not attacking them. She behaves like she was talking with new friends, with making new friends, and that makes it incredibly creepy. And the way she captured Tsuyu-chan in that moment, yes, every single mannerism she has is incredibly disturbing because she's a teenager. From what I can see, she's a teenager, but a very twisted one. Um, but again, Uraraka does her stuff. The training she did with Gunhead really pays off because that is ideal. She knew how to defend against a person that is using a knife. And yeah, it's spectacular the way she changed the situation in a moment. But again, we saw once more a creepy moment, a creepy situation in which, of course, it seems like nothing is happening. It seems like two friends speaking, in this case, about crushes. That is incredibly disturbing. The way she speaks is like she's not in peril. She's speaking, oh, you're just like me, we're equal. If you put the dialogue that Toga said, if you just took the dialogue and put it in a school play or in a different anime, it sounds like there are two friends that are discussing a crush on a boy and they are having fun and they are fine. The dialogue. But the way she's using it makes her even a lot creepier. Creepier, sorry. It's just a sense of something is wrong there. Even if she's not using her quirk, you are creeped out by her. You are scared of her. And that makes her a more dangerous villain. Just as I thought before, she was completely crazy. And that makes her dangerous. And of course, she's using this talk as a distraction because now she's absorbing the blood of a Chaco thanks to this syringe. Luckily, the rest of the guys arrive, and that of course said, okay, there are too many people here. I cannot deal with all of them. I'm leaving now. I'm kind of angry about that. But then she saw Midoriya. And the look on her face, the happiness in her face, in her eyes. Again, it's creepy. Oh man, and the way she talks before, she likes guys that are beaten up and smell like blood, and that is exactly what is happening to Midoriya in this moment. So yeah, it is creepy as hell, man. They are dealing with a very dangerous villain. After Toga leaves the scene, we discover that something had happened to Bakugo, and of course Tokoyami, and then is when we saw another villain. This called himself like a magician or something, or he can do magic or something like that. And even the top hat and everything screams magician. What he did was capture Bakugo. And my guess is that the little marvels that he has in his hand, because yes, the scenery and the camera is just pointing towards those marvels, or the marvel first. He can transform people in marble so he can carry them. Even his name, Mr. Compress or something like that, points towards that. And of course now we know the intentions of the villains. They don't want to kill. We knew that before, or at least I think I knew that before, the moment it was announced. But now the students, even now, they know the intentions of the villains. They want to capture Bakugo because he wants to make them see another path, as they call it. They want him to become a villain. Tokoyami, I guess, is just an accessory. I don't know if they're going to kill him or try to kill him. Hopefully, they're going to rescue them both, and nothing is going to happen. But yeah, I'm more fearful for Tokoyami than for Bakugo because of their intentions. And of course, he was captured, and he's just talking and talking and talking because he's so confident in himself. He's not confident in combat because yes, he ran away, but still, he's confident that he can outrun them. Hell, even when Todoroki pulled out this immense amount of ice, he was just ready to leave the scene and go away. And they, of course, try to catch up with him. They run and try to catch him. And again, one of Midoriya's plan that he must be thrown alongside with Shoji and, of course, later on Todoroki, so he can capture. But of course, we saw this transmission that everybody is trying to get in contact with everybody, or at least the villains are trying to get in contact with everybody. And we saw the defeated villains, the muscle guy, Voldo character, the lizard, the magnet guy, and of course the gas kid. I don't remember any of their names, really. I don't think they mentioned that often. So yes, all of those are the villains who are being defeated. We still have Dabi and the ninja, the guy who I think can create clones, and of course Toga and the magician. And then of course we discover, before of course they are thrown by Tsuyu, we discovered another villain, in this case a Nomu, that I counted at least 3 chainsaw, a drill, and I don't know what else he has, but he was chasing Yaoyorozu and another guy, which quirk is pretty weak when you think about it. Well, okay, I'm gonna say it later on. So yes, they are running away from this villain, and yes, we kind of saw one of the transmitters, the yellow transmitter of the Ragdoll. So perhaps, I don't know if Ragdoll is okay, because yes, everything is pointing towards that he was the villain that killed Ragdoll. Again, turning into the dark side. Perhaps we have now our first defeat of a hero, and not just a defeat, a kill of a hero in the timeline, in this timeline, not of course in previous timeline of the show. So yes, this is incredibly disturbing. And of course, Momo is bleeding, she was knocked out, barely able to speak. But luckily, in another portion, Dabi called off the Nomu. And of course, the Nomu just ran away. But before that, they could put, my guess is a transmitter, so they can know. Because Momo said, okay, think of the worst possibility. If they capture Bakugo, what should you do? And yes, my guess that is a transmitter. Because she needs to know where the villains are going, and so they can help to, I don't want to recapture, to recover Bakugo. So yeah, that is my guess. That's a transmitter. Everything is pointed towards that there is a transmitter. And the quirk, of course, is to fuse other stuff to people or to other stuff. That is my guess of the quirk of this guy. The Nomo, of course, they don't care about anything. Only the orders their masters gave. So yeah, he just went away. Even if he was told, he doesn't care about it. So yeah, we saw that moment in which, again, Momo is shining. Yes, I know she was knocked down, but because she was protecting somebody else. And I don't know, yes, I have a soft spot for Momo. She's one of my favorite characters. But anyway, we saw, of course, Dabi and the clone guy, that they are just in a spot. They are going to go to a spot in which they will be rescued or extracted. Of course, Aoyama is there hiding alongside with Jiro and Hagakure. He's scared, and I understand why. He doesn't want to take action. He is in the middle of this situation. He wants to take action, but he's too coward to do it. And I can blame him. Perhaps, again, Class 1A is my favorite, and I don't want to speak ill about any of them except Mineta. But of course, I understand perfectly the way Aoyama is feeling. And in the moment their eyes cross, he was just so scared, and David was about to discover him. Luckily, the clone guy just uh, called his attention and says, "Okay, call back the noble." And that's when we saw, of course, the other scene. Yeah, going back to the major plot in which they try to rescue Bakugo. Uh, they launch again because Uraraka make them weightless, and Tsuyu just threw them away with the help of her tongue. Even if she was bleeding, my guess is very painful for her. They catch up with the freaking villain, but before that, we saw Toga arriving to the spot, the designated spot, alongside with Davi and the clones guy. So yes, and she's the first one, and she speaks about being killed like it was, oh, I was just so happy. She's just so weird and so creepy, and yes, that confirms later on that she finds somebody special. In this case, and my guess is Deku, the way she look at him. And yes, again, her dialogue, if you took the dialogue she said and put it in another show, in a different show, it sounds less creepy. But thanks to the ambience, thanks to her own way of speaking, way of moving, it's just so creepy. And yeah, they arrive. The freaking villain just hits the ground because he's just been pushed down by Midoriya, Shoji, and Todoroki. And that is the end of the episode. And I cannot wait to see a battle between these three against those three. Oh, it's going to be so amazing. Oh, I'm getting excited beforehand. And yes, the episode has several scenes which are important to speak about. Again, Toga is just way too creepy. The way she talks, the way she moves, everything about her makes her creepy. It's an interesting character, and yeah, I knew that in the moment she was presented, the moment she had dialogue, I knew she was creepy. I knew she was kind of crazy. Davi is the most centered, but now that we saw a lot more about Toga, it's very frightening. Another thing I miss about speaking about is when everybody thought, or at least I thought, they captured those two villains, the lizard guy and the magnet guy. But of course, we didn't count with the portal guy that was about to rescue them. And my guess that is their ticket out for everybody there. Of course, we haven't seen much about the clone guy. And yes, they were mentioned that the quirk of the lizard guy is not being shown. Perhaps his quirk is being a lizard, which is a weird quirk, and I don't know exactly what to think about. And yes, the intention of the villains. The intention of the villains is to become more powerful by adding Bakugo to their ranks. Because yes, Bakugo is very powerful and very skillful. The show is pointing towards that. Hopefully, no, it's not going to happen. As I said in the previous video, I don't want to see Bakugo as a villain, because I think he's better than that. I think he can manage something greater for himself. So yes, I hope the show doesn't give us that cliche of the antagonist or the rival of the hero is going to become a villain later on. I'm really begging for that. And I love this group dynamic because now we saw another people shine, or another people's attitude shine. Shoji's especially in this episode, because he's just so willing to help his friend, in this case Tokoyami. He's not willing to abandon anybody, even offering Midoriya a chance to save Bakugo. Meanwhile, he will try to save Tokoyami. Another part I like is Ochako's part, because now we see the fruits of her training. Now we know her we know that she's very capable as a fighter, but now we confirm that because now they are facing a good villain, a very strong villain, or an agile villain. In this case, I really want to see her shine more. Unfortunately, the villain is so distracting thanks to her attitude that, well, everybody is just creeped out by it. Um yes, these people are shining. And again, Ochako shines when she tries to protect Deku, ripping off her own blouse and using it to protect Deku's arm. So now he won't hurt himself even more. She's just so worried about Deku and worried about everybody because yes, they are desperate to trying to rescue Bakugo. Hell, even if Bakugo attitude is crap, they still are trying to save him. Everybody. Momo, because she's thinking ahead, again showing us just how smart she is. Uh, Todoroki, of course, going to save Bakugo, a more direct approach alongside with Deku and Shoji, and Uraraka doing her best to add them by throwing them or make them like nothing, of course, and Tsuyu trying, of course, throwing them away. Everybody is trying to help Bakugo because, yes, even if he has a crappy attitude, they are trying to help him. The villains are interesting, and again, my guess is that the little marbles are now our heroes. Those are Bakugo and Tokoyami. So yes, and the clones guy. It's very weird because he has double personality and very contradicting between each other. And I don't know if both of them are kind of in love with Toga or just one of them. But again, it's very creepy on his behalf. I'm really eager to see the next episode because everything is so intense and so focus on a goal, and I love that about this anime, that is just focus. It doesn't just put stuff away that makes episodes that goes nowhere or episodes that are completely unnecessary. It's just focus on something. We need to do something, and that is what is going to happen. I love that show for that. But anyway, I think I just exhausted the topic about this episode. I have nothing else to say about it, so I really want to thank you all of you guys for your comments, for your views, for your likes, and for your subscriptions. And if you want to be a subscriber, please click on the button below of subscriptions and on the bell so you can get notifications. And if you want to follow me on Twitter, the link is in the description below. So yeah, a very exciting episode, and I cannot wait to see the next one. That's it for now. Thank you guys for your attention, and see you on the next video. Bye.